If you're a local business, your number one marketing goal should be to increase your online visibility in your local market. That's it. This is by far the biggest return on investment, bang for your buck, whatever you want to call it, that you're going to get with your marketing. In this episode, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to market your local business. Today, we are talking about the top marketing advice for your local business. So before we jump into the details and the content of this episode, I want to first talk about some big changes we have coming up to our podcast and these videos at the first of the year, which is coming up very, very soon. In fact, January 2023, episode 90, you're going to start seeing these changes. And basically, it's the change of a new name to the podcast and the format, all of this to enhance the value that we bring and improve your experience with the podcast and these videos if you're watching on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. And as a promo to that and a Christmas gift to you, we are opening up our DIY website course called The Wealthy Website. It's a beta soft launch and it's free until the end of January. This course is basically a video course step-by-step on building your own website. By the end of it, you will have a professionally built looking website that you built. And we walk through all of it. Super easy. Okay. All we ask is we want your honest feedback and a testimonial. So if you think there's some ways that it can be improved, we want to know that. And if it's great, we want to know that as well. So that's all we ask. You'll have full access to the course, lifetime access to the course, and all of the resources that come with it, and the private Facebook group that you will have access to for life. And after the launch, we're looking to price this around the $495 mark. So if you'd like to get in during this period, just go to thewealthywebsite.com and use promo code GRINDANDGROW during the checkout. That's grind and spelled out A-N-D grow.com. Okay. I'll put all the details in the show notes so you can check that out. Let's jump into this. Okay. So local marketing. So who can benefit from local marketing? What types of businesses? Really anybody can really benefit from it. But typically what we think of when we think of local marketing is your brick and mortar businesses, right? Because they are local. People that are going to go to that business are going to be local to them, around them, right? Who wouldn't necessarily be a local business would be like an e-com, like Amazon, right? That's not local. There's nothing local about Amazon. It's, so that would be, something that isn't local. Let's say let's take us, for example. We work with anybody across the world, but we are local and we do get a lot of business locally because people want to work with someone who is local and that they have a connection with and they can come meet. So we do get local business. Maybe you're a coach, you get local business. You might work with people on the other side of the United States, but you still have local ties to what you do. So that would be, again, local. So local services. Other places like plumbers and contractors, obviously roofers, stuff like that, right? Services that are local. Realtors, super local. So any service-based business like us. So that is who would benefit from local marketing. So the number one goal in local marketing is to increase your online visibility in the local market. So meaning in your area, people know about you, basically, right? So here are some local marketing tips and strategies that you can use, or you should be using, to get more visibility in your local area. So first off is optimizing your website for your location. So if you are in, let's say, Phoenix, then, your service, how to optimize that is basically updating the title and meta tags with your location. So for us would be marketing and web design in Phoenix, Arizona, or Glendale, Arizona. Or if we were in Glendale, California, marketing in Glendale, California. Or if we were a photographer in St. Louis, it would be, wedding photography in St. Louis. Putting that verbiage in your title and meta tags, like your description. This is what Google sees. Also, adding a location to the headings in the content of your site. So if you can, in the what we call the H1 tag, the main heading, and every page should only have one H1 tag, by the way, putting your localized heading content. So, web design, custom web design agency in Phoenix might be a good heading tag, right? So the top wedding photographer in St. Louis. So I don't know, right? So that's putting it in the heading. So the H1s, the H2. But doing it again naturally, okay? Like don't go in and just like start, stuffing it in where you think it should go. You want it to be readable and make sense. So more importantly, readable and make sense before you just start stuffing the location into content. Okay, the other thing is to create a location-specific landing page on your website. So let's say you have multiple locations. Definitely you want this because now you want to be able to have a page that is specific to that service and that location. So if you have, an acupuncture studio in Phoenix and then also one in Flagstaff and then one in New York, or, wherever, I can't think of another place right now off the top of my head. But, right, you're going to want a location-specific page where all of these things, the title tags, the meta descriptions, the heading tags, the content, the maps, what you say in it have all the information about that location. And you're kind of repeating that this is the location where we're at, right? Okay, that's the location page. So it could be different from your home page. It could be just a specific landing page that talks about this location where you're using that location verbiage. Yes. The other thing is to claim and optimize your Google business profile. So if you have had a business for any length of time, you probably already have a business profile and don't know it yet if you haven't already claimed it. Because Google will go out and get and find what it thinks are businesses and index them and log them as, okay, this is a business because it's registered as a business. So your job is to get access to that listing. And you can do that they have tools, and this would be a whole probably episode of its own how to do that. But there's a little link somewhere in that listing. Do you own this? And you're going to walk through the steps. They're probably going to mail you something, and you're going to have to go do something with the thing they mailed you. So you can verify that it's you that owns that local business. Okay, claim that and then fill it out 100%. Get as much information that is correct out on your Google business profile. Don't just like, I don't know what I should put. Put something in every piece. Put photos, put logos, put videos, put your location, put your phone number, put the links, put your services, select all the categories, do all of the things inside of your business profile. This is one of the biggest ways people will find you on local searches. The next thing is to focus on getting positive reviews to your Google profile. So this is going to help you rank higher in local searches. It's going to look for your business and it's going to rank businesses that have more reviews. So it's just going to naturally, Google and its algorithm will give you a little bit higher of a ranking. Now, this isn't like if you have more reviews than this one, you always show higher. It's not like that, but it's just one of the indicators that tell it where to rank you. Get reviews and fix your NAP, what we call the NAP, the name, the address, the phone number. All of this should be consistent through all of on your website, in your Google business profile, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, the same, identical. If you have Suite A, then make sure it's spelled out Suite A, or however it shows up in your Google business profile, make sure it's like that everywhere else. The more consistent, the better. Google wants to see this consistently, and it helps tell Google that this is the location. And the more pieces out there that point to it and say, hey, yep, this is the same information from all of these places, we are even validating it more that how legitimate this business is. So we call that the NAP. We call these, getting these directories and these listings, these citations fixed out for your business. Okay, and then there is the 3-pack, right? So the 3-pack is basically when you do a search. This is a local a search. So if you say dentist near me, the very first thing that it pulls up underneath the ads is going to be the 3-pack, the map, right? Because it's a local search. So it's going to show the top 3 local results, and that's where you want to be. We call this the 3-pack. You want to be in that. That is the most clicked on thing in Google. So you want to be in local searches, you want to be in the 3-pack. Doing the things that I just mentioned are going to drastically help you get into the 3-pack. And if people in your industry aren't doing these things, it's going to be a lot easier. So this could be an easy way to get into the 3-pack. So the other thing to do if you're a local business in your marketing is to do local targeted ads. So running a Facebook, running an Instagram, running a TikTok local ad, meaning that you can select the radius. Like, let's say your customers are typically within a 10-mile radius of you. You can run ads to the 10-mile radius around your exact location. And that's a local targeted ad. So only people in that area are going to see that ad. You definitely want to do that if you're going to run ads. The other piece is retargeting. Every business should be retargeting. So this is just if they visited your website, if they've interacted with you on social, they're seeing an ad about you, right? So this is already a warm audience that you just want to be capturing. Okay, so here's some other alternative strategies to increase your online visibility for a local business. So one is mailers. Old school technique, right? Sending out mailers. 90% of this stuff is junk and gets thrown away. But depending on your industry, depending on the market, depending on what you're doing and how you do it, they could be successful. Like, especially these days as it's being done less, like it's usually if you can go where everybody isn't, then you might start to have a little bit more success there. So test out mailers. I'm not saying just go spend a bunch of money on mailers, but if there is an inexpensive way to test your industry with some mailers, give it a shot. I think it can work, depending on your business too. If you're a coach, and you probably mailers may not be the answer, but if you are a local restaurant, mailers might be the answer too, to help you get more visibility in your local market. The other thing is to partner with local businesses, other businesses like that are doing things. In some ways you can do this is with sponsored events. So if there's an event happening, be a sponsor, at the local high schools, being a sponsor there, at the sporting events, at the business events, yes. So also join your businesses associations. And the other is your local associations. So get into those, and that's another way to just connect with people and spread the word. So there you have it. That is my top marketing advice for a local business. We are a local business, and we incorporate a lot of this ourselves. So I stand behind all of this because we do it ourselves. So if you have any questions on this stuff, let me know. We're here to help, and please leave us a review. It just takes 10 seconds. So we'll see you in the next episode.